So thank you so much for coming on today. Can you tell me a little bit about yourself? What's your year and major, and who are you?
My name is William Wang. I usually go by Billy, and my major is aerospace. I'm currently a freshman. So I'm currently a member of the systems integration team in TREL. Um, I think I'm designated as a systems engineer,
Hmm.
although I'm still doing like member work. And I've been here since the beginning of fall semester, 2019.
How did you come about joining TREL? How did you hear about the Rocket Lab?
Um, I think I heard about it in an email or something.
Hmm.
I just remember like finding about out about the info session and then just going to the auditorium, and then I guess I just took a interest in it, so I applied.
That's good. Yeah, I know for me, I got an email like from my advisor and it was like, "Oh, they have applications open for the business team." And I knew nothing about it and I just applied. Like I Googled a few things to see like what it was and then I applied. So, at least you went to an info session and learned a little bit more from the people instead of what was on the internet. What really motivates you to be part of TREL? What are you like in it most for?
I think it was important for me to learn a little more about like working in teams,
Mhm.
as well as like getting a little more hands-on experience with stuff, because I never really did anything in high school with like rockets and stuff. So I think that was the biggest part of it, just like getting more physical experience working with people, all that.
Yeah, what are your goals for a career? Or is there something like a part of that that made you really like wanted to do aerospace or join Trail to get to that point?
I knew I wanted to go into the aerospace field since I was like a kid.
Yeah.
I think I figured it out when I was like 5, because my dad, he took me to like air shows, and
Yeah.
I just thought it was fascinating how like everything could be so loud yet still fly and everything. So I think that's when I really got into the aerospace field. I knew I just wanted to do something with it. I initially wanted to be a pilot,
Hmm.
but then my dad was like, "You probably have to go into the military first." I just decided on being an engineer instead.
Okay, yeah. So would you say you're more of like the space or do you think you're more like here, like aviation? What way are you leaning? I know you said like the pilot thing, but
Um, I'm not entirely sure yet. I think
yeah,
I'm leaning more aviation though.
great. And that's
I
okay.
just yeah, I just find aircraft uh more fascinating.
Yeah, no, for sure. I know like at my house they'll do like the flyovers and stuff and it's just so crazy how loud it is and like just to see them all like flying in patterns and everything too. I think that's really cool. So I understand the air show part of what drew you in. So do you have like a passion towards space? Have you like had a favorite mission or anything that like really intrigued you about like space travel or exploration or anything?
I think it was Spirit and Opportunity.
Hmm.
There's two rovers on Mars.
Yeah.
When I first heard about them, it was like when I was like 7 or something. And I thought it was fascinating how they could still operate for so many years on like a different planet.
Yeah.
So I
Isn't
thought that was super cool.
isn't Opportunity the one that we like recently lost connection with?
I think so.
I think so too. I remember hearing that name. So
Yeah,
what is an average day like in your position?
pretty chill. I'm not working on much at the moment.
Right.
Uh, so
Well,
I
before
guess
like quarantine, would you say you spent a lot of time like at Pickle, or were you more in the trial room doing like design type things, or what was really?
I was mainly in the trail room,
Mhm.
just like working on the rocket box and getting information from there. I think it was only recently that I started working more from the Confluence,
Mhm.
because that's working from home.
Yeah. Where would you like to see yourself going in Trell? Are there like leadership positions or anything that you like are striving to be part of?
Not too sure about that yet.
Yeah,
I think
that's
a
okay.
leadership position might be okay, but I'm not typically the leader type person. So it's
Yeah.
like I think maybe I could do it if I put myself to it. So maybe it's room to grow.
Tell me about a time when you really felt like your work gave you success or pride for being part of TREL.
I guess I felt the most pride when I heard that people were using my like really large diagram a lot in the trial room, which was
Yeah.
like laid out on the table and everyone was drawing all over it. And they kept telling me how like useful it was during meetings. So that was pretty, yes, felt really good.
Yeah, that's cool. I didn't know that you did that, but I definitely have seen it in the room and I was like, wow, that's really cool to have there. So I think like definitely when you were mentioning like teamwork, I think that definitely helps people to be able to do everything at once like on a paper. So I think you definitely did a good thing there. Have you started thinking about like internships or anything or places where you want to work, or do you have any opportunities or might have had opportunities lined up before quarantine?
I didn't get any internships or jobs before quarantine, although I did look for them.
Yeah,
Uh, but now I don't think I'll be looking for them until my parents say I can,
right,
because they're
right.
pretty worried about it, about all this like coronavirus stuff.
Yeah. Where would you ideally want to work, or what is a place that you could see yourself fitting into?
I think one of the biggest ones was Boeing or Lockheed Martin,
Yeah,
because those two just they've been like large aerospace companies for a while, and I've known about them for a while. I thought it would be cool to work there.
for sure. Yeah, I definitely thought about like Lockheed just because I know I wanted to be like in aerospace or in that like general like defense type area too. So even like for the PR side, I was definitely thinking about Lockheed. So I understand. Tell me something interesting about you that doesn't have to do with Trell.
I love physics.
Yeah.
I sometimes even do it in like my free time. Uh, Currently, my little sister, she's in eighth grade, but
Hmm.
my parents are making her learn physics. So I've been like helping her with that because it's just like really fun to me.
Have you taken
Physics
a
is
lot
like
of
my
like
favorite subject.
have you taken a lot of physics classes at UT or
I took the three physics courses they offered at my school, and then currently I'm in statics, and I think I'm doing dynamics sometime soon.
very cool. I've heard those names pop up a few times when I've asked people what classes kind of apply to Trell, so sounds like
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
getting there. So tell me something that a fun story or something that's really stood out to you during your time at Trell. Has there been like something funny or something just really like memorable about what's happened?
Well, I mean, I can't think of anything yet.
It's okay. We can edit it.
I think it was pretty funny when all the people, well, all the like team leads or like system engineers start arguing about like which was the first successful test, and they've
Yeah,
been going on about it for like at least 3 months or more.
for
So
sure.
I thought that was pretty funny.
Yeah,
And
I
there
kind
have
of
been
like to
times,
stir it up.
yeah, and there have been times where it's I've like seen my friend Michael's Snapchat, and he's like been staying in the trail room till like 2 a.m. or something, and I'm like, I wake up in the morning and I see that, and I was like, wait, you're working so much more than I am. What am I doing?
Right. Yeah, no, I think definitely a lot of those people who are in like leader positions, they tend to stay there longer. I've
Yeah,
noticed that myself anyways. Okay. Are there anything else that you would like to share or anything about your experience in trial um, that I didn't ask you about that you think would be important for people to know? And maybe advice for people who want to join trial or who want to join the aerospace industry.
I guess piece of advice is expect a lot of looking around for stuff, because a lot of times you're going to have to research for like certain values on your own, or like some people will tell you like a certain page to go to find some information, but then it probably won't be there, and then you'll have to go dig around, look for that information somewhere else. It's a lot more research than I had anticipated.
Yeah, I've heard that there's definitely a lot of research in it. So that's
Yeah.
good. Would you say you spend most of your time doing research and then a little bit of just putting it all together?
I think a lot more time is spent looking for the information rather than actually doing something with it.
For sure, for
I
sure.
think the leadership team's been trying to streamline that though, so that's a good part.
Yeah, that's good. So, I know like your role has changed a little bit from obviously when we were like on campus to now. What like how is like the workload changed or how are you doing work now? Like what like applications or how is that like flow of work happening?
Honestly, I think I feel a little more busy just because I've been given more important work to do
Yeah,
than before. So I need to spend a little more time on it. So it's been a little more busy than when I was on campus.
right. I've heard a lot about I guess the is it the CDR? Is that what everybody is working on right now?
Yeah, that is coming up,
What
and
is that?
everyone's been scrambling. It's a critical design review with I think Firefly or like Base 11 or something,
Hmm.
and it's where they basically review all the work we've done so far and give us like feedback or like critiques over it, so they can like tell us where we're going wrong or like where we need to correct something.
So how does your job fit into that? Are you adding a lot to that or
I'm not working too much on that. I am currently working on like a very small component that I'm not even sure will be included in the CDR. I think it will be, but it's not a very big part of it. So I'm not working too much on the CDR.
right? Are you your integration, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so is that like at the very end of everything, like putting it all together? What exactly does that, what does it mean?
Um, Honestly, systems integration is kind of more of a miscellaneous team.
Hmm.
It's we kind of get like certain tasks from other teams that we can be delegated to. So
Yeah,
we're kind of like just filling in the gaps a little bit, and then other things are like uh, more high level, I guess, with like math budgeting and all that.
that's good to kind of get an explanation because I hear the names of all the teams and I'm like, yeah, I don't know what each one is really doing. So that's good. Kind of y'all are picking up and like putting together things that maybe like one team can't really do on their own and really getting it all put together. So that sounds good. Thank you so much for doing this interview.
Yep, no problem.